Let me tell you a secret. Every person I admire, every person who's achieved something I dream of, didn't get there alone. They had a mentor guiding them. If you are serious about growing and reaching your goals, you need a mentor too. That's why I want to share with you 5 key lessons I learned from a game-changing book. You know the name of the book? Mentored by a Millionaire by Stephen Scott. This book reveals the habits and strategies of super achievers, and it truly opened my eyes. Here's what stood out the most to me. Lesson 1. Find a mentor. Find a mentor. Find a mentor. Every person I've admired or studied who reached their goals have someone guiding them in that area. Nobody gets there alone. Not in business, not even in life. Let's say your goal is to succeed in car sales. Maybe you work for Coscharis Motors in Nigeria. A great first step would be to find out who the top performer is right now and learn from them. Why am I using Coscharis as an example? Because Dr. Cosmas Maduka is one of my top 6 mentors. Even though I have never met him in person yet, but I have studied his story, his humble beginnings, and most importantly, his faith and his results. And like he always says, you may not agree with my education, but you can't argue with my results. I find that really interesting. And that's true. Sometimes your mentor might not be in your exact field. It could be a retired sales legend or even someone who has succeeded in a completely different space, but carries the wisdom and the discipline you need. Now, let me bring it home. If I wanted to become a better speaker, which I'm working towards, the last person I would like to go to is someone who hasn't actually succeeded in speaking. That's how people end up stuck, getting advice from folks who've never lived what they teach. And the same goes for relationships, parenting, business, everything. Henry Ford credited one of his mentors, his former boss, Thomas Edison, for his success. I love what Stephen said in his book. Mentors will not only enable you achieve extraordinary success, but they will also help you achieve it far more quickly than you will ever be able to achieve it without their help. So, here's my encouragement